Hello, you lovely people out there, and I'm back again with another video and a small message. Stay home, stay safe. As we can see, the lockdown is not going to end any sooner. So, some of my students they insisted me to teach some grammar. Mainly, I was teaching English literature, and even the grammar syllabus is very vast. So I thought of teaching something. I should shift my focus from William Shakespeare stuff to grammar. And today I'm going to teach something which is the basic of grammar, the basic of English language. And if you really want to learn English grammar, this particular video is really a must to watch. I want all of you to focus all your attention and start writing all the stuff which I'm going to discuss right now, because when I dictate, I like people who write down the notes. So I would request all of you to keep a notebook in front of you and write down whatever I'll speak and whatever I'll dictate. In this manner, when you listen, you will understand, and when you write, you will memorize. So moving on to the video. Now children, in any subject, whether it is physics or whether it is chemistry or maths, whatever, there are some basics. In the same manner, even English 1 has basics. Even grammar has some basics. And the basic chapter, which is necessary for all of you to learn, is sentences. This video is not only necessary for children of 6th, 7th and 8th, but also for the students of 9th and 10th. Children, you get questions from synthesis of sentences, transformations, do as directed, and all of them are parts of formations and parts of sentences. And it is really necessary for you to understand how a sentence is transformed from one particular type to another type without changing its meaning. So today we will discuss sentences. But before discussing sentences, I want you to know there are 3 basic units of English language. And those are, there are 3 units, basic units in English language. And they are word, sentence, and paragraph. Let us move on to word. Combining different letters, we form a word. For example, SHIP, ship. DOG, dog. A group of words which makes complete sense is called a sentence. For example, the plane was hijacked. Who wrote on the wall? Don't spit on the wall. What a wonderful performance! When we combine 2 or more sentences together, we form a paragraph. Sentences are of 4 kinds: assertive, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Let us move on to assertive sentences. Sentences which make statements or assertions are called assertive sentences. For example, Mohan writes a letter. She sings a song. All roads lead to Rome. A guilty conscience needs no excuse. Cold-blooded animals hibernate in winter. Assertive sentences are of two kinds. Affirmative means positive or negative. Now, positive sentences which do not have words no, not, never. And to make a negative statement, we use no, not, never, etc. Now, let us deal some sentences in which I'll tell you how to transform a positive sentence to a negative sentence without changing its meaning. For example, every man makes mistakes. Positive. There is no man who does not make mistakes. Negative. Edison invented the phonograph. Positive. Edison did not fail to invent the phonograph. Negative. Sentences which ask questions are called interrogative sentences. For example, what do you want? Is he a good boy? Does she work hard? Why did he not go to Delhi yesterday? Where have you been all day? Have you completed the project? Interrogative sentences can begin with interrogative words like who, which, what, when, where, etc. or with auxiliary verbs like is, are, was, were, has, have, had, will, do, did, can, etc. Sentences which expresses commands, requests or entities are called imperative sentences. For example, get out from here. Order. Lend me a pen, please. Request. Have mercy upon us. Entity. Sit down. Command. Don't stand here. Order. In imperative sentences, the subject is generally omitted. Sentences which expresses strong or sudden feelings are called exclamatory sentences. For example, how beautiful the rain is. What a foolish boy you are. How cold the night is. What a shame. These sentences begin with what or how or with interjections. Some things to remember. Every sentence begins with a capital letter. Every assertive and imperative sentence ends with a full stop. Every interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. Every exclamatory word or sentence ends with an exclamation mark. Every sentence has two parts. Number 1, the part which names a person or thing we are speaking about is called the subject of the sentence. For example, the rose smells sweet. Is the dog sleeping? Stop talking. The sun shines bright. John is better than Tom. The girl wrote a letter to her brother. All the bold words are subjects in the above given sentences. Number 2. The part which tells something about the subject is called the predicate. For example, the water is boiling, ducks quack, the sun shines bright, John is better than Tom, the girl wrote a letter to her brother. All the bold words in the above given sentences are called predicate. No sentence, therefore, can be formed without a subject and a predicate. Here's a small note. The subject of the sentence usually comes first, but sometimes it is put after the predicate. For example, sweet are the uses of adversity. Here comes the taxi. Sentences can be classified into three classes on the basis of their structure. These types of sentences are simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. A simple sentence is one which has only one subject and one predicate. It has only one finite verb. For example, a nightingale sings beautifully. In this, the subject is a nightingale and the predicate is sings beautifully. She hates dogs. In this sentence, the subject is she and the predicate is hates dogs. Read the following sentences. He is rich, yet he is not happy. This sentence has two parts. He is rich, he is not happy. These two parts of the sentence are joined by the coordinating conjunction yet. Each part has a subject and a predicate of its own. Each part is therefore a sentence, or in other words, what we call a clause. Each clause is independent of the other, as each makes complete sense by itself. They are therefore called coordinate clauses or principal or main clauses. A compound sentence is one made up of two or more coordinate clauses. Read the following sentence. He was so tired that he could not stand. This sentence has been formed by combining two simple sentences. He was so tired that he could not stand. Each of these sentences is a clause because each part contains a subject and a predicate of its own and forms large part of the sentence. It will be further noticed that the two clauses are not of equal rank. The clause he was so tired makes good sense by itself. It is therefore the main clause. The clause that he could not stand cannot stand by itself. It is dependent on the first clause. It is therefore called the subordinate clause. A complex sentence consists of one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. A complex sentence has one main clause and one or two or more than two subordinate clauses. Some more examples of simple, compound, and complex sentences are: butterflies are colorful creatures. Simple sentence. Butterflies are colorful creatures as they are seen in spring. Compound sentence. Butterflies are seen in spring as they love flowers.
complex sentence.
My lovely students and my viewers, I hope you liked the video. In the following video, I discussed about sentences and its types. Also, I discussed about the 3 basic units of English language, that is word, sentence and paragraph. Please go through the video again. I have tried and used the simplest of language to make it easier for you all to understand. In the next video, we will discuss about the transformation of sentences, which is again a very important chapter in English grammar. I want all of you to go through the video again. Do like and share if you like the content of the video. Thank you.